What's up, everybody? We are here in Science once again, bringing you guys the content and the tips that you guys needed for the lifestyle and for the fitness. We are here with the man that doesn't need an introduction, my buddy Chuck, and today is a very special day because I am excited. I am training with somebody that I'm being admired and I've been following her for a while. It's a Chuck's friend and it's becoming my friend. So please, I wanted you guys to welcome, and I wanted you guys to please check it out, her Instagram, her social media, and see a workout. We're gonna train a leg workout, and so I wanted to introduce my friend.
Hi, I'm Roya Tamo.
Hi, Roya Tamo. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, we wanted to do this work for a long time, and your busy schedule, my busy schedule doesn't work out, and finally got together, right? Just for the camera, how old are you?
55.
55? Now, you are competing, right? You competed before, right? In the beginning.
Yes.
You do it at NPC show.
I did competed for 8 years. And I quit, I think, like 5 years ago. But
Why did you quit, if you don't mind me asking?
You know what? I wanted to eat and drink, and I didn't want to be restricted. But I still want to maintain.
Everybody wants to do that. But you look great for eating and drinking. I wanted to do that too. Everyone has to do that. You know? At least she's honest, you know? She's honest why she quit. So you continue in the lifestyle. You continue with the same shape. I mean, you look amazing, you know, with 55. You have 4 kids too, right?
4 kids. I'm going to be a grandma in August.
Wow, congratulations, you know? And I always see you working out. I see you always killing it. For people that watch also, for people that put excuses, you know, like Chuck always say, you know, you have to really want and go after where you want, you know what I mean? Because if you're gonna be just dependent on somebody, that doesn't work. This is a perfect example. I've been training from almost 20 years. I'm coming from a parents, they are athletes. I've been training with my buddy and my best friend Chuck and my trainer for 17 years, you know, so it is a lifestyle, guys. I always say that. Where can people find you on social media?
They can find me on TikTok, on Instagram, and on Facebook, and it's just Roya Tamo.
Roya Tamo.
Yes.
All right, guys. So we're gonna do a leg workout. Shaq is gonna kill us, so everything is gonna be fun. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to drop your comment. Go to Sonoma Feed Meal, Jet Fuel, and RicoRivas.net. Use Rico for some discount, and let's do it. Guys, don't forget to go to Sonoma Feed Meals. Don't forget to go to Jet Flu and Gap Sport Nutrition. Use Rico. Please don't forget to subscribe. This is the way that you guys can support us. Shout out to the biographer, my man, that always is here and always making this content for you guys.
There you go. 2. That's what I want. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And if it hurts, stop.
Yeah.
1, 4, 2, 3, 4. 10. Slow on the way down. Then explode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job.
Whew.
Yeah.
Trying to be careful right now because last week I have a little bit kind of injury, but everything is okay. I'm very sure it's okay. You know, you gotta train smart. We know already why you quit. Now, tell me, what making you come back and what making you continue with the lifestyle?
I've always been really vain.
Right.
My looks. I've always done fitness. Even when I was pregnant, I've always worked out. So I've never really stopped working out. So it's just in my lifestyle every day. Like I have to do it. It's just good for my brain, just for my soul, and anxiety-wise too.
Exactly. It's like a therapy. It is for you.
It is therapy.
Yeah, for me
right?
too. This is like a therapy. You know, some people don't understand. This is the lifestyle. This is not 1 month, 2 months, 6 months of sport. This is 24/7, and for some people, this is like a therapy. For me, if I don't work out, I get grumpy, I get depressed. You know, so I have to work out.
Same person, same here.
Yes. When someone like me, they have 46 years old, I'm turning 46, Roya, early 50s.
Yeah.
How do you suggest people to train that way? What is the training? There had to be a different mat, there had to be a different approach. How do you think? Heavyweight, lightweight?
Yeah, you need to be smarter. You need to make sure you're getting all your nutrition, make sure you're getting all your rest, of course, but it's risk versus reward after a certain age. So we're not trying to go as heavy as you can or as she can, because the risk of injury is so great on that. So we're doing a little more intensity, a little more
Intensity.
reps.
That's what the key
Yeah,
is. We
and-
always. I remember when my
Yeah.
pro debut, we do intensity with a very lightweight,
Yeah.
and my legs look the
Yeah,
best
it's
ever.
the best ever.
So,
Because you've
you know, it
already
makes
have the
sense.
foundation. You've been lifting for
It makes
30
sense, yeah.
years. You have a foundation. We just need to get more quality. Same with her. She's been lifting for 30 years.
Obviously,
You
she
know.
looked great.
Yeah,
I mean,
phenomenal.
you know.
So I'm not trying to get
Phenomenal.
her any bigger. I'm
Right.
just trying to keep her
maintain-
where
yes.
she's at right now.
Right.
You know.
There you go, guys.
Like women in our age, like we have to do weights. You can't just do cardio, and you have to do weights because what happens in our age, what I've noticed, is you just lose all that, you know, that skin over here.
That
just gets-
elasticity.
Well, that's a very good
Yeah,
point.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
that's a
just
very
gets
good point.
loose Because a lot of people they're like, oh, do you just do Pilates? Because I also do incorporate Pilates
Uh-huh.
with this weight training. But you definitely over 50 have to do weight training
Cool.
if you want to be in shape.
Yeah, weight bearing.
Right.
Weight
Good.
bearing exercise. Think quick now. 1,
Look at those legs, guys. Look at how pumped those legs are getting right now.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job.
So for those who are 20, 24, 30, 18, no excuse here. Okay? Whew. How long you been training with Chuck?
God, over 10 years for sure.
Yeah, for
15
sure.
10 years?
Yeah, 15. Chuck is the one who actually got me into bodybuilding.
Right.
He's like, why don't you get into bodybuilding? I'm like, no, I'll never go on stage. Like, I'll be too shy. He's like, let's train for a year. Let's see what results,
right.
and we'll get you on.
Yeah.
And he got me into the shows. And
That's
then,
great.
Yeah.
That's great. What do you recommend to people that they're doing competition? Like right now, we're getting ready for competition. We have 18, 17 weeks. Last week, I was kind of doing a workout on my own. And I was doing legs, and I kind of feel a little bit pinch in my leg. What do you recommend for people that can avoid injuries?
Stretching the muscle, also taking care of the muscle when you're at home, doing your stretching at night, icing if you get injured, and then being smart.
Yeah,
You
being
got to
smart.
know, are you really injured or are you just sore? You know,
You
there's
gotta
good
pass
pain and
that.
there's
You gotta
bad-
pass
yeah.
that pain level.
Yeah, exactly.
And get it to the next level,
Yeah.
right? So not just because you have a pain, that doesn't
Right.
mean you're
Yeah,
injured,
you
right?
you're injured.
Yeah, Roya,
exactly.
did you ever get injured?
Yeah, I have definitely gotten
You got
injured.
injured?
Yeah, it's the way, like, you know, like just the way your position is, you know, like.
How
I've
do you
always,
feel
like, heard-
after the injury?
You know what? I rest.
You rest.
I don't want to, but he's
So
like,
you
just
want
rest.
you take it a time.
I rest, but I also incorporate like yoga and Pilates, just
Right,
to stretching in like heated rooms.
Yes.
So
You got to get blood back in
definitely,
that muscle.
you have
That's
to do
great,
that,
yes.
incorporate that.
Ten?
Give me 5 more. Come on. Or 4 more. 2, 3, and bring it down.
When was the last time you compete?
I want to say before COVID.
Before COVID, like tú estás en
18, somewhere around there.
16,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. And you did 2 times, you did nationals,
I did.
at national level, right?
Yes.
Now, this is the $1 million questions. Will you come back at this time?
If
You
I
will come
would-
back and beat it, yeah, come back and beat it.
I would come back.
You come back and beat it?
But I would definitely need a good team. You know, like I
Right.
would go with the team. I'm not.
It is always like that, yeah. You have to
Yeah.
have a good team
Yes.
in order to perform your best, you know?
I would do it, but I would do it after summer.
Under Chuck's
Oh,
wing,
yeah,
obviously.
100% under check. Yeah.
Right,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah.
I'll enjoy my summer and then after that. When is your next competition?
We are ready to compete August 31st to September 2nd. We are doing the Pittsburgh World Championships. Still with the same team. My bro, my buddy, Chuck, the biographer, my coach, Blue Taylor, Gap Sport Nutrition, Sondama Feed, and jet fuel, and obviously my workout partners. So I'm excited. It's 17 weeks, and this will be my third pro show.
That's awesome.
You've been training a lot of people for competitions and things like that. Let's say Roya wanted to compete. She is in her early 50s.
Yeah.
She looks nothing but young.
Yeah.
What will be the process, very quick, what will be the process with her at that age and the way that her body is and the way that she needed to approach the stage?
Well, for her, it's going to be a little different because she's always in phenomenal shape. So we have to lose maybe 10 pounds at the most. At the most. So it would only take her probably 8 to 10 weeks. Yeah.
And what will be her workout? It will be intense, lightweight? What will be?
Same thing we're doing, but a lot more intensity, picking up the intensity. And then we just need to get her as hard and that skin as tight as we can. So we need to get that intensity up there to just really train those muscles and tighten up that skin and everything. Yeah.
So you would say it will be totally different than somebody that's 30 years old?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Whatever works for me, maybe doesn't work for you. Whatever works for her, maybe doesn't work for you. So you have to figure out your team. You have to figure out the way that you should do and plan to compete, you know? So everything is about the plan.
How does your legs feel after this workout? With the injury that you have?
Yeah, I don't think it was a very good. I don't think it was an injury. I think it was more like the tendon got a little bit pulled, a little bit straight. Yeah, you know, but you know that's what I tell everybody. This is sport coming with a territory. As much as we can care for, as much as we can be responsible, things happen.
Yeah.
The way that this has happened, to be honest to you, it was stretching actually.
Yeah.
I was cold, and I decided to stretch a little bit, and I pushed a little bit harder to stretch, and that's when I feel something little bit weird, and it's not okay, so I can give it a rest. So this leg workout, actually, I feel like I am okay.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, we do kind of like a little bit less weight, but I feel like it's responding okay. So I feel like I'm gonna be fine in a couple of days.
Okay.
Maybe in a week, you know, so.
Here's a tip for you. You'll see people doing lying hamstrings, and they're gonna bring one up Roya and hip up on it. She'll hip up with her hips. No, just before, do it normal, where your hip comes up like this. So I hold her back down. So now if you really wanna stretch this muscle a little better, when she comes to the top, I'm gonna have her lift her knee up a little bit and really flex that at the top.
Where the hamstring and the glutes, right?
Yeah, nice, right there. There
Nice,
you go,
yeah.
nice and slow. And you can see the
see it.
extra work that
I
she's
can
getting
see how
in
the
that.
muscle's pumping.
Yep, there you go. And that will make her back stay down, and it will just use her hamstring without using her lower back to pull it up.
That's a great tip, guys.
Good tip, especially for the females. You know, really getting the glute and hamstring. 2 more. Lift up, there you go. And you'll see him get his knee up just a,
Wow.
just a slight lift. There it is. The difference in that.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of
You feel
different,
that?
guys. You should guys try that one. That's a really good tip.
Yeah.
The leg hamstring is the bicep of your leg. Okay, so you could do the same thing with curls. When you bring your curl to the top, just lift your elbows up a little bit like that. Just pick the elbows up a little and you'll get that same contraction that you're getting here, which really gets that peak of the muscle.
Over the years, I learned this. What people don't understand is the leg, the muscle is an illusion. If you work the 4 different corners of the muscle will look bigger. For example, many years have a lot of criticized, and I'm being really hard. It's been hard for me to develop my legs. But now that I am focused the same way that I focus with my quads, I focus with my hamstrings and glute. It feels like your hamstrings is pushing your quads out, so your quads looks bigger. See, it's an illusion. Everything matters. Everything is a connection. Yeah. So when you do your hamstrings, your quads looks bigger. When you do your quads, your hamstring looks bigger. So that's a great tip.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Oh,
See that pump? That's what Chuck created.
that's a girl version and a
That's
guy
a girl.
version.
That's a girl. Exactly.
It's good. Those are isolated ones. Are good.
Here's a good tip. When doing the standing leg curl, now you see how she's in with one foot. The picture shows both feet in here, but when you do that, you don't have to move yet.
Okay.
When you do that, it comes down and hits your other ankle, so you're not getting as good stretch. So come to the side of the machine, put one leg in, get up on this toe, and then go ahead, Roya, and then come up. And now you can get the full range of motion and get it all the way underneath. There you go. 2.
All right, guys, this is the wrap up. Thank you very much to watching us. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to drop your comment. And the most important, don't forget to like the video. Please, this is the way that you guys can really help us. Roya, anything you want to say? Anything about the workout?
Thank you for letting me join you guys.
Of course,
for
thank you.
workout. That was an amazing workout. And yes, like, follow,
And subscribe.
subscribe.
Where can people find you on social media?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and it's Roya Tamo.
And you're gonna
Tamo spelled.
Tamo.
and Roya.
Roya.
You follow them and subscribe because, that's the way they get their, social media up. We're really not doing it for the money, but we really need to. If we're going to keep bringing this content, we need more followers. So
Because it's a lot of
we
work.
appreciate it.
There's a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of work goes into
You know,
it. and
people don't understand where to go behind the doors, but it's a lot of work, especially when somebody compete too.
So you can follow her on TikTok and everything, and she has all kinds of fashion tips and everything. So it's just amazing. So please help us out.
Oh, and don't
lot of
forget
good
to go
tips,
to
yeah.
Sonoma Fit Meals, Gap Sport Nutrition, Jack Fuel, and NutraFlex. Use Rico and get some discount. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.